What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products. The pink sauce is not a medical product. The pink sauce don't contribute to your health. I never said that.
It started as one of those random TikTok moments that seemed harmless at first. Just another creator filming food videos in her kitchen, dipping wings and fries into different sauces like thousands of other food creators online. But this time, something looked different because the sauce wasn't red, white, or brown like the usual condiments people are used to seeing. It was bright neon pink, almost the exact shade of Pepto-Bismol. And the woman behind it, TikTok creator Chef P, whose real name is Veronica Shaw, was acting like it was the greatest sauce she had ever tasted as she poured it over fried chicken, dipped fries into it, and kept hyping it up in video after video like she had just invented the next big condiment the world had been missing. And naturally, the internet got curious, because when something that strange appears online, people immediately want to know what it is and what it tastes like. So before anyone even understood what was inside the bottle, the clips had already started going viral, pulling in millions of views, simply because the color alone was so bizarre that people couldn't stop watching. Since sauces at fast food places are usually predictable colors, like white, red, or brown, maybe orange if it's buffalo, but bright pink instantly made people suspicious and confused at the same time, with some viewers joking that it looked like strawberry ranch, while others said it looked like melted candy or yogurt, and the mystery around it only made more people click the videos to figure out what they were looking at. But before we go any further, if you like internet drama stories like this, and want more breakdowns of viral moments that spiraled completely out of control, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe, because this story gets a lot stranger than most people remember.
And I think that's like a little bit delusional to say something like that.
So I think it's delusional to send a sample to a laboratory after you stuck your finger in it.
But you then went further. Tell me what you then did.
So I saw it and I was like, wow, this is such a cool sauce. It's bright pink, like I'm a sauce girl. So when I was doing the review, there was just so many red flags that I saw in it, like the label, you know, when you make a USDA label, you have to put in batch numbers, because if something were to be recalled, you have to be able to trace it down to the salt and pepper that is in something. And so if something—
Wait, not to cut you off, but to cut you off. You didn't see the video because you follow me, right?
Well, I want to hear Allie.
It's on my TikTok. I follow you. You have my address, my phone number, my email. If once I posted my original video, if you wanted to make things right as a business owner, when you create a product, that's your pride and joy. You send it off to someone, they don't like it, you're like, oh my gosh, like that's my pride and joy. Let me fix it.
Contacted by
No,
Chef P?
and the thing is, if you knew I had a problem with it, you could have contacted me and I could have turned around. And I'm not a hateful person. I could have been like, wow, Chef P contacted me.
So you're saying that you contacted me?
No, I'm saying you never contacted me.
Okay, but why would I contact someone who's fabricating something on the internet?
But nothing was fabricated.
To be honest, you're not special.
And at first, the pink sauce just looked like it might be another short TikTok trend, the kind that explodes for a few days and disappears a week later. But the longer people watched the videos, the more questions started popping up, because viewers began noticing that the color of the sauce didn't always look the same. In one video, it appeared light pink, in another, it looked darker, and in some clips, it almost looked salmon-colored, which might not sound like a big deal at first, but once TikTok detectives start analyzing something frame by frame, every little detail suddenly matters. And that's exactly when the internet started digging deeper, because people began zooming in on the bottle labels and quickly realized something was off. The nutrition label didn't make sense. One bottle claimed it had 444 servings inside, which immediately made viewers laugh, because there's obviously no way a small bottle of sauce could have hundreds of servings. And then people noticed something else that made the situation even worse. The word vinegar on the label was spelled incorrectly, which instantly made critics question whether the product had been properly reviewed before being sold. And once those mistakes started circulating on social media, the entire conversation shifted from curiosity to suspicion almost overnight. But the biggest problem wasn't just spelling errors or weird math on the label. The real concern was food safety.
You should feel guilty for what you did. You should have regret. And regret. And regret.
What are you talking about? I'm just enjoying myself and chicken.
I and cry and feel guilty all the time. But you don't.
Well, I kind of did what I did, and it is what it is.
you don't. And you know what that means? It means that you're a sociopath.
Enough is enough.
Because viewers examining the ingredient list noticed items like milk and honey listed in the sauce, and while those ingredients aren't dangerous on their own, they require careful handling and preservation if you're selling them in bottled form, especially when the product is being shipped through the mail. And according to several customers who ordered the sauce early on, the bottles were being delivered unrefrigerated, which immediately triggered alarm bells for people who understood food safety regulations, and that's when TikTok turned into a full investigation, because customers started posting videos showing what their packages looked like when they arrived. Some bottles had leaked during shipping, others looked swollen, like pressure had built up inside, and a few people even claimed the containers had burst open in the packaging, which fueled even more panic online, as viewers warned each other not to buy the sauce until more information was available, and soon, people began questioning whether Chef P understood the rules involved in selling food products to the public, with some critics asking if the sauce had been approved or tested properly before being distributed. And when Chef P responded by saying something along the lines of, "What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical products," the answer only made the internet more skeptical, because many viewers felt like she didn't fully understand the regulations surrounding food manufacturing either, and at that point, TikTok had basically turned into a courtroom with food safety experts, chefs, and random internet detectives, all analyzing the situation from every angle, some pointing out that legitimate food products usually include traceable batch numbers in case something needs to be recalled, while others criticized the labeling inconsistencies and packaging issues that kept appearing in customer videos, and suddenly,
Stop sign?
No, I said I'm.
What stop sign, man?
I said I'm about.
On there and said, "Fuck you, bitch ass. You ain't shit." Or say some personal shit. Man, let me tell you what I did. I went on. This is the first time I got on Instagram. I went on motherfucking DM and I cussed. I said, "Bitch, where you at? Motherfucker, you talking all this shit, man? What city you in?" And he was talking shit, blah 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 blah. And I hired a motherfucking private investigator. And they found out where the motherfucker was. It was a 12-year-old little white boy in Pennsylvania. Talking to me, I thought it was a nigga from Philly. He said he was from Philly. It was a 12-year-old little white boy in Pennsylvania that had me.
what started as a weird viral sauce had turned into one of the biggest influencer product controversies the platform had ever seen. But the story didn't end there, because despite the backlash, the sauce continued to sell, with Chef P insisting that the labeling errors were simply design mistakes and claiming that the product had been lab tested and was safe to eat, while also apologizing for the shipping problems and promising improvements moving forward. Although many critics felt those responses sounded more like deflection than accountability, yet in a twist that shocked almost everyone following the story, a new opportunity appeared when a company called Dave's Gourmet partnered with Chef P to produce a properly manufactured version of the sauce under regulated food production standards, which eventually led to a version of pink sauce being distributed in Walmart stores, a moment that surprised both supporters and critics, because it looked like the controversial TikTok condiment might actually turn into a legitimate retail product after all. But the internet has a long memory, and the reputation surrounding the original controversy never really disappeared. So every time Chef P posted a new video promoting the sauce, the comment sections filled with reminders of everything that happened back in 2022, and now years later, she still hasn't stopped posting videos, dipping wings, fries, and fried chicken into the pink sauce while marketing it like the next big condiment people simply haven't given a fair chance yet. Except the responses from viewers remain brutal, with comments joking about how long she's been promoting it, and others pointing out that they were literally kids when the sauce first went viral and are now teenagers still seeing the same product pop up online, which perfectly shows how long this saga has lasted, because most viral internet stories disappear after a few weeks, while this one somehow keeps resurfacing year after year. And what makes the situation even stranger is that Chef P doesn't appear bothered by the criticism at all, often leaning into it by posting engagement analytics and telling critics that the same people who claim to hate the sauce are the ones constantly watching her videos. And in one clip, she even flexed cash while responding to people calling her broke, basically sending the message that whether people like the sauce or hate it, they're still keeping the conversation alive. And that leads to the biggest question surrounding this entire story, because sometimes on the internet, controversy doesn't destroy a product, it actually keeps it alive, since every argument, meme, and reaction video keeps the topic circulating across social media, which might explain why the pink sauce story refuses to disappear even after several years. And while some people believe the whole thing was an embarrassing influencer mistake that should have ended a long time ago, others argue that Chef P deserves credit for trying to turn a viral moment into a real business opportunity. But either way, one thing is certain, because most internet trends fade almost as quickly as they appear. While this one somehow became one of the strangest product sagas TikTok has ever seen, and now I'm curious what you think. Do you believe the pink sauce lady deserves another chance to make the product work? Or do you think the controversy around it was simply too big for the brand to ever recover? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown of viral internet chaos, don't forget to like and subscribe, because there are plenty more stories like this that the internet still hasn't finished arguing about.